Hi friends, it's Julie. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with the mid-year check-in tag for you guys. Yes, I know I'm a little bit past the halfway point of the year, but I feel like every time I do one of these tags, I'm always a little bit late. The story of my life. Anyways, but this tag was originally created by Harriet Rosie and Dane Reeds, and I will leave a link to both of their original videos down below so you can check them out. I was tagged to do this by April from Getting Huggy With It, as well as Aoife from Fred Weasley Died Laughing. So yeah, let's just get to the questions. Number 1, how many books have you read so far this year? And my Goodreads number stands at 35 so far, which isn't a lot compared to a lot of other booktubers, but I've had a lot of stuff going on in my life, and I'm pretty proud of myself that I have been able to read 35 books so far this year. Number 2, what's your favorite book that you read so far this year? And I have 3 for this. My favorite nonfiction is hands down A Mother's Reckoning by Sue Klebold. I've talked about this book enough on my channel, but it was just so good. I still think about it all the time, and I can't recommend the audiobook version of this enough. It was just so incredible. Then I have 2 fiction books for you. The first one is a standalone, and that is Tinman by Sarah Winman. I haven't talked about this book on my channel yet because I just finished it like a week ago, but this just completely blew me away. My favorite standalone from the year. It was so beautiful, so heart-wrenching. Oh my goodness, I loved this book so much, and I will talk about it more in my wrap-up. Absolutely incredible. As soon as I finished it, I went out and ordered myself a copy on Amazon. It was here in 2 days because I checked out a library copy. That's how you know you love a book, when you have to buy it immediately. And then the last book I have was a part of a trilogy, or like a series, and that is Ship of Destiny by Robin Hobb. This is the 3rd and final book in the Life Ship Trader trilogy, and this book was incredible. Loved it so much. I love this whole trilogy just so much. She really outdid herself. Like, going from the Farseer trilogy to this one, she just grew so much, just incredible. I loved everything about this, the setting, the characters, just everything, and she wrapped it up. And I'm kind of sad that I don't really get to see these characters anymore because I was so attached to them by the end of the trilogy, but I'm really excited to continue on with Tawny Man and get back to Fitz and the Fool. Number 3, what's the most disappointing book you've read this year? And I haven't really had a lot of disappointing reads, but I'm going to go with Behind Her Eyes by Sarah Pinburrough. This was a really popular thriller, I think last year when it came out, and I can understand why it's popular. I mean, the ending is very surprising. You can't really guess it, so it's a big twist. However, I just didn't like it. I didn't like the characters. I hated the direction she took the book. I mean, yeah, I was surprised, but you couldn't figure it out, and yeah, I just really didn't care for this one, and I know that that is a very unpopular opinion. Number 4, what genre have you read the most of this year? And it's pretty much a tie between fantasy and sci-fi and thrillers / horror. So pretty much a tie between all of my favorite genres. Number 5, name a new favorite author, and this is going to be Karen Slaughter for me. I've read Pretty Girls and The Good Daughter by her this year. Loved both of them. I liked The Good Daughter a little bit more just because of the sisters in it, but man, I just really, really love her books. You know, she doesn't shy away from like dark, graphic violence, which you guys know that I like, but at the same time, she really develops her characters and focuses on relationships, and I just really enjoy her books, and I can't wait to read more of them. Number 6, what's the most surprisingly good book you've read so far this year? And this is going to be All the Ugly Wonderful Things by Brynn Greenwood. I was not expecting to love this book nearly as much as I ended up loving it. It was just so beautifully written, and man, you know, I went into it expecting it to be like Lolita because, you know, when people describe this book, they're talking about a young girl who starts a relationship with an older man, and yes, that is in there. But these books are so, so different. In Lolita, he searches her out because he is attracted to young girls. And in this book, that is not the case. You know, it starts out as a friendship, and then that just grows into something really beautiful and this really strong love for each other. And oh, it was so good. And I can't wait to see what Brynn Greenwood writes next. Number 7, what are your favorite and most anticipated releases for 2018? And I'm not entirely sure if I've read any books that came out this year. I don't typically tend to stay up with those. Tinman might have came out this year, but I think people were talking about it last year. So anyway, my most anticipated books that I want to read that have came out this year are 1, Spinning Silver by Naomi Novik. I just got this book in the mail. Super excited to read it. It's a Rumpelstiltskin retelling. And then I also want to read The Cabin at the End of the World by Paul Tremblay, which all my friends have read and have loved, and I need to I need to get on that. And then also, I believe Karen Slaughter's new book is called Pieces of Her, and I'm really excited to read that. So hopefully I will get to all of those before the year is out. Number 8, what's your next big priority for reading? And that is going to be to start and maybe finish Tawny Man by Robin Hobb. They are right here, and I am super excited to start these books with Katie. Man, we've been reading all of Robin Hobb's books together, and we just love reading them together, and yeah, I cannot wait to start this trilogy and get back to Fitz in the Fool. Number 9, what's been your bookish highlight of the year so far? And I'm going to go with being a guest on the No Thanks We're Booked podcast, which is a new podcast that is being run by Katie and Molly, 2 of my favorite people, and they asked me to be a guest on it, and I was so excited and so honored. I'm loving it so much. If you haven't checked it out yet, I will leave a link to it down below. It is fantastic. You know, I could just listen to those ladies talk all day long, but yeah, I couldn't believe that they asked me to do that, and I loved chatting with them. And really, check out the podcast if you haven't. You know, they talk about the books they're currently reading, and they tie in, you know, things going on in their life with the books and just different topics, and it's just so good. I'm so proud of them. And then number 10, who do you tag? I'm not going to tag anyone right now because I need to go look and see who hasn't done this, but if you haven't done it and you're watching this video and you want to, then consider yourself tagged, but I might leave a link to some people down below. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all are having a fabulous day, and I will talk to you again very soon. Happy reading. Bye.